We are joined by the icon. That is Brian Murphy. Brian, tell us about your business and where were you when you came to this course, and what perhaps have been the biggest things that you've started to apply now?
We basically manufacture laptop cabinets for the education sector. We sell products that schools buy to store, charge and move laptops around. Our biggest problem is that we sell 80% of those to dealers who in turn then sell them on to the school. And we're not making anything like the sort of margin that we'd like to make. They're making the money and we're doing the majority of the work. What we want to do, and this is what was coming on the course about, is to turn it on its head, that we would sell 80% direct to customers and 20% to dealers.
Yeah.
But our website our existing website is very much focused, it's basic, it's very much focused on somebody who knows who we are, they're just coming to have a look at a product.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously that's the before and that's going to be the after.
Yeah.
The new site is going to be very much focused on a school coming on, finding the information that they want and not having to go to a dealer, just finding us. So that's the thinking behind it.
Fantastic. So it's a classic use of the web to cut out the middleman.
Basically, yeah. I mean, we use the middleman to raise the profile of the brand, and now we want to be fairly callous and circumnavigate them.
We're not the only one doing it.
No.
Fantastic. Okay, so you sort of found a lot within the course in linear path. Tell us a bit about linear path and whether this has been built into this process.
It's one of the key things that I picked up on that was very important. Our existing site, I mean, this is actually just a products page, so it's not the best, but if you come to even just looking at that, you can look at it, you've got a bit of information, a bit of technical information, but there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
So you come and have a look and say, I'm not sure if it's for me, it might be, might not be, you might have other questions, but it's very difficult to know where to go.
Move around,
you're all over the place, and the concern is that people are going to look at it, can't find it, I'm not going to click on them and move away.
Yeah.
Whereas the new site, which is not finished, so this is kind of how it's going to be. We've got a landing point. They know where they are, they know they're in the right place.
Yeah.
And then we can slowly take them through individual tabs. We're going to give them further features. We're going to have an online blog where people can come on and blog when they've bought one, or even ask questions before they buy one.
Yeah.
Just look at other people's reviews, other people's comments. Obviously, it's going to be a sort of technical bit for the technical people. Weight, sizes, what configuration you can buy them in. Then we're going to have sort of an opt-in option here where you could opt in to, for a quotation, or you could buy one online or something like that. So we're going to, and obviously each tab should flow. So we have a little tab there plus a little tab down here, and the whole thing should, you get to the product and then you go right through to the point where we're asking you to do something, be it buy something, be it opt-in, something. We just don't have that at all at the moment. People come, they might have a look, we've got no way of capturing their data. We don't know who they've even been. We've got no way of really knowing. All we can go off is a hit counter, which is not going to be the most reliable source.
What I really like about it is the way that you've got your tabs laid out here and this extra one that's going to be here. I think people are going to land on this site, realise they've got everything in front of them and kind of take the time to kind of move through it. They're going to, I think, spend a good few seconds on all these pages and pause at the right point. So it's not, what I like you've done is you've got a linear path, but you've also kind of laid it out visually. It's almost like breadcrumbs. So they kind of, I think they're just sort of going to plod through a big next kind of almost.
The thinking is as well that people could, if you're more technically based, you might not want to necessarily know that. You might want to go straight to the weights, the sizes, dimensions. So you've got an option to jump around, but you can either go through or you can just jump where you want to go.
Yeah.
And that's the thinking. But I think the blog, the interactivity, the kind of the Web 2 content is going to be the key to the success of it. Is people believing what other people are saying rather than what we're saying.
So tell me about that then. So how are you going to build Web 2 functionality?
What we're basically going to do from the Web 2 point of view is we're going to change the web review, or I don't know how we're going to quite reword it, but we're going to have basically a blog there. It's going to be a genuine blog that we're going to moderate for foul language and that sort of thing, but we're not going to take a negative review, a positive review, or anything off. We're going to leave everything on there. So if people buy a trolley and a wheel drops off, then they can tell us that, and we'll go on and answer what we did about it.
Yeah.
But if they like it, again, that will stay on. And not just that, people could go on there if they wanted to. I mean, we're going to have another blog on the index page. There'll be another blog on the main page up here. There'll be sort of general, blogging, just in general terms. But they can go on there and say, I'm interested in this. What do people think about the 10 bay or the 12 bay? Or what did you buy? And then they can literally probably have maybe a school can say, we had the 20 bay, even though we only had 15 laptops because of this reason. They can say, that's a good idea. And hopefully our customers, our users, could sell the product for us by advising other schools what they did and how they got out of it.
Huge credibility building.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Excellent. I know that search has been important to you. One of the reasons why you came on the course. What's your What's your strategy to this point? I know that you've had an experiment on this site, and there were some good elements to it, and some changes took place during the course, and I know you're replacing with this, but what did you do to sort of tinker with this, and where are you going? Is any of it going to be applied across here?
Yeah, totally. I mean, the index page, which you can't see here, everything is effectively wrong with it. On the face of it, it looks fine, but everything is technically wrong with it in that we've got the wrong title, we've got H tags in there that are incorrect, the keyword density hasn't been checked, links don't necessarily work, there's not really a soft landing, and we're going to bring that all into here. We're going to look at SEO, we're going to use what skills we've got off the course, plus to talk to others.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure the title's right. We're going to make, we're going for some, probably maybe a one-line title, laptop security, and then take laptop cabinets into one of the products, and laptop something into something else, and go after different key phrases. We're going to make sure that our head tags are right. We're going to obviously use eye tracker to work out where people are looking and where we want to put a picture of a product, where we want to put text. Yeah, and utilise all of those things into the new homepage and into each product page as well.
Fantastic. So in terms of pay-per-click, I know your sort of major focus is the organic stuff, and probably rightly so. What key phrase are you going to chase when you do this?
We're currently on Google for laptop charging trolley and laptop security trolley, but it transpires that people aren't actually looking for that, which is why we're at the top. But it was a little disappointing. But the phrase laptop security is what a lot of people are using. We had obviously a brief look on SEO chat, and it was coming up. There was 130,000 searches for that.
Yeah.
Which we do have that within the site, but we're just not high enough up. Our keywords those keywords aren't being used, so we're not on there. So we're going to be looking at going after the laptop security phrase.
Fantastic.
Running some basic calculations. We have a pay-per-click campaign. I'll be the first one who's going to freely admit that I don't really know how it works as well as I should. We've done a brief calculation of it, and it's looking, if we can go from trade to retail profit, it's going to cost us an average of £50 to basically acquire an order, which is 10% of the profit, and we're more than happy with that.
Absolutely.
So we are going to.
Dealer network.
It's losing dealer weather. Obviously, I'm going to have a lot closer look at that, and change our PPC plan accordingly.
Fantastic. Watch this space.
Thank you very much.
You could sell the course better than me. How annoying is that? Fantastic, really good, spot on. The amount of Web 2 and modern e-marketing name drops in that per minute was just incredible. It was like